Hey everybody, Bothwell here. I'm going to show you in this video how to create a white diagram overlay atop your rule of thirds photograph. First thing in Photoshop, you're going to open up your photograph, then you're going to go over to Google Image. You're going to type in rule of thirds grid. You can get all sorts of options. I like this one best. I'm going to do a right click. I'm going to hit copy image. Going back to Photoshop, I'm going to hit Control V. It's going to paste it right there. I need to change the opacity. So in the layers palette, I'm going to drop it from 100% somewhere around 30 so I can see through. I'm then going to extend the grid atop my photograph, holding down the shift key so that it scales it disproportionately, stretching it out like that. I'm going to hit enter to freeze it. And then over here beside the garbage can, I'm going to hit new layer. I'm going to make sure that white is on top. Right now, as you can see, black is there. So we're going to do switch with the X key. Next up, grabbing the brush tool, you might have to adjust the diameter of the brush if it's too large or too small. Make sure you have the hardness setting up to 100%. And then you're going to click, hold the shift, drag straight lines, just like that, and then horizontally. Perfect. Next up, we're going to dump the grid that we got off Google Image. So I'm just going to uncheck the visibility eye over here in the layers palette, so we get that. Next, I want to extend and make the canvas a little bit larger so I can put a label at the bottom. So I'm going to go up under image. I'll go down to canvas size. If you've never used this before, this right here, this graphic is called the compass. And I want to click on the north arrow so that I can have the label underneath the photograph. I'm going to change the height. Right now it's 9.5. Why don't we just go with 12 and I hit OK. As you can see, it's created this black box at the bottom. I actually want this to be white, so I'm going to go look over here in my layers palette. I can see that's happening over on the background. And I'm going to grab the marquee tool. I'm going to stretch a rectangle over the top, and then I can hit Control I. Remember, Control I is invert, turns it from black to white or whatever the opposite is. Next, I need some text down here, so I need black on top. So again, I'm going to hit the X key so that black is the foreground color, the text key there, and I'm going to type in rule of thirds, and I'll put my name, and then I'm going to grab the home arrow, and I'm going to center this out. Maybe I'll even crop it down. If you tap C, the cropping handles will appear, and bring that in. And the last step is to do Control Shift Alt S, save it as a JPEG, upload it to Canvas. Hey, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you in the next one.